Hi, Eric here from the Elkridge branch of the Howard County Library, and I wanted to go over today some of the things that we have. We're highlighting our special collections in our Source magazine. So if you've not been back to the branch, we are totally open. You should come in there and get our new issue of Source because we're highlighting special collections, and so I wanted to show you some of the things that you can borrow from the DIY collection. You should also stop by the Glenwood branch and check out their new makerspace. It is also pretty awesome. So at any rate, all this stuff right here, I have a hedge trimmer, cordless, I have a cordless blower, I have some shears, and I have a wheelbarrow. All this stuff you can borrow at the Elkridge branch. And I wanted to show you, in case you have any, you could trim hedges, you could trim a variety of things with this. We also have cordless trimmers, grass trimmers too, which you should come by and take a look at too. So at any rate, I wanted to show you, this is my house here. This is a wall that my wife and I built together. Not a great week in my life. It was a lot of work, stone by stone. We'll show a little picture of that now. At any rate, it is, you can see these grasses, they come up, these ornamental grasses, they're beautiful, they don't require a lot of water. But what happens in the winter is, well, they grow all summer, and then the winter they all dry out and they look pretty crummy as the spring comes on when everything turns green and these are still yellow and straw colored like this. So basically what you do, and don't ever forget to come by the Elkridge branch and go to some of the Howard County Master Gardener classes, which we have coming up to get your yard ready for spring, etc. But what you do with these is you cut these back down to like about 6 or 8 inches off the ground, so that way you can promote some new growth and have some green come up, and then by June, they'll be beautiful, they'll look great, and they look, I feel like, very natural, very organic. At any rate, let's get to it. So there's 2 things you can do with this. One thing is I take my dog's leash, I wrap them around them, and I pull them, and then you can chop them down with the manual shears like so, which is a good method. This one obviously is overgrown, very overgrown, and I can split this too, and sometimes I split them and put them in other places in my yard. It's not exactly an easy task, but we have all the tools that you would need to do so. But we also have these wonderful DeWalt cordless hedge trimmers. And so what I'm going to do, instead of wrapping them around and pulling them and then cutting them quickly, since this one's kind of oversized, I'm going to go with a two-process model. Two-prong process, maybe is what I should say, 2-step process. At any rate, I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to chop it with the hedge trimmer, and then I'll clean up the rest with the manual trimmers. It'll take me just a few minutes, and it'll be great. And as I said, check out our new Source. I wrote a little piece in there about things that you could borrow at the Elkridge branch and things to do in your yard. And as I said in there, and also I'll link to that, and I'll link to our blog too, as I said in there, you know, yard work can be kind of fun. Wait for a nice day, there's no rush, get out there, relax, have a drink, whatever. But at any rate, do this. Great cordless hedge trimmer here. I think I mentioned in the article too, and I used to have, these are like kind of a pain to deal with if they're corded, and I have literally cut the cord on them before, but no more of that since we have these. So let's get down to business here. Now, that's pretty cleared out. You don't need to take a tape measure out to measure 6 to 8 inches, but if you want to, we can lend you that as well. I just estimate it might be a little over, but that's good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through, shear it off a little bit. And remember too, this grass is another natural thing. You could burn this if you have a fire pit, and you could use the ash to put in your compost. You could put it in your garden. My understanding is it's pretty good. But please check the local regulations about open fires in Howard County or whatever area you live in. But also, or if you don't have that, remember that the county, and I'll link to that as well, you can put it in a bag like this, brown. They don't take plastic anymore, so use brown paper, and you can do yard waste pickup when that begins. And again, I'll link to that. So let's keep on with the shears. We'll finish up. Remember to get some garden gloves or gloves, so you can keep away from any skin irritants, as well as just protecting your hands. What you can also do is, if you have allergies, you can always wear a mask out here too to keep some of the pollen down. But that actually looks pretty clean, and I am pretty happy. So I will continue on. Alright, so I've got these mostly cut back. I'm going to continue on. You don't need to continue to watch all that. I'm putting this stuff in this wheelbarrow, which you can also borrow from us. I'm going to take this, and I will in fact burn it. So I'm going to load this up, take it around back. I'm going to take my blower. I'm going to blow that stuff all in my yard, so when I go to cut the lawn, I'll just chop it down. And that's about it. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for taking the time. Please visit your local library, wherever that may be. Keep in mind our new Glenwood Makerspace. Check out our blog, as I said before, and come see us in Elkridge, because we have lots of stuff there for you to borrow for all your spring gardening needs and getting your yard ready. And no matter how small or how big it is, it's always nice to have a nice outdoor space, and we can help you a little bit with that. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. I'm going to keep on cleaning here.